today I'm going to show you guys how to program a new key onto a Saab 9.3. In order to complete a key programming, there are two key items we need, pun intended there. First one being a Tech 2. This allows us to do a ton of adjustments on any modern Saab. It's a great tool to have if you're an owner. I use mine all the time. And secondly is security access. The security access will allow us to change important functions on the car, such as programming keys, changing out certain modules, etc. So you need to make sure you have both of these, or find someone who does, in order to get the key programmed. Once you have your Tech 2 hooked up to the car, we'll turn it on and we'll go to Diagnostics here. This happens to be a 2010 9.3. Choose 9.3. Under this menu, we'll hit All, Add Remove, and then Add Keys. So it's going to tell us that we need to get security access. I'll hit Enter to continue. I usually just like to wait for it to prompt me to get security access, and then from there we'll go and get that done. So it's telling us to turn the key to the lock position, and it's going to give us some basic instructions on what to do to get security access. Essentially what we need to do is, and I've found this only works with my Tech 2 if I keep power hooked up to it, but we essentially need to unplug it from the car, hook it up to the computer. We have a variety of adapters and cables here, and then we'll be able to download on the computer to the Tech 2 to allow the security access. With it plugged in to the computer, we also have it hooked up to power with our extension cord. I've got Global TIS open here, and you'll want to click the security access option and hit Start Download. So it's going to download a little file and then open that up with Java. And it asks for your device. Obviously we're using a Tech 2. We hit Next. It's going to read the request from the Tech 2. You'll see the Tech 2 screen start to do some weird stuff, flash on and off. So that's a good sign. And there's our VIN. We'll just confirm the VIN matches with what's in the door down here. And we'll hit Next once we've confirmed the VIN. And there we go, it says enabled security access type 1. So we can hit finish, we can unplug our Tech 2 from the computer. I like to leave it powered on via the power cable here, because I found that if you turn it back off, sometimes it makes you get security access again. But now it's plugged back into the car. Let's hit enter and go back to where we were before. So once again, we're gonna go 9.3, All, Add Remove, Add Keys. So one important point to note is when you're programming keys, you have to have all of the existing keys with you. So this car only had one key. The owner has bought 2 new keys, so he'll have a total of 3 keys. After you have the security access and it goes through a couple menus, it did it super fast. I completely missed it, but you'll turn the key to the lock position, remove the ignition key. We're going to insert our valid key into the ignition lock. You can hear the SIM click. We're going to hit OK. So it says we have 1 key successfully programmed. Do we wish to program another one? Yes. So we want to remove our good key, insert our next key into the ignition, and hit OK. You can see back here on the SID, it's given us a key not accepted message, but that should be fixed here in a second. Now we have 2 keys successfully programmed. We're going to program another one. So remove our new programmed key and get our 3rd one and insert that into the ignition as well and hit OK. Once again, we're getting the key not accepted message back there. And after a few seconds, there we go, 3 keys successfully programmed. So now we don't want to program anymore. We're going to remove the ignition key, place key in the ignition lock, and you heard it click. So new key is in the on position. Turn it to the lock position. And there we go. So that's one. I want to make sure our second key that we programmed works as well, just because it didn't have me do that. You can hear the sim clicking. That seems to be doing its job. So one thing I always like to do once you're done with this is start the car twice. Make sure you don't get any weird codes. Make sure everything's actually working as it should. So check okay, no lights. That's awesome. So I'm gonna shut it off and I'll try the other key for the second startup just to be extra safe. And there we go. 3 keys programmed to this 9.3. There you have it. That's how you do key programming on a 2003 and newer Saab 9.3. If you have no keys for your car, you've lost your only key. Unfortunately, just buying a new key will not work. You will need to get a SIM, which is a different module, and a matching key to go with it, and then have those married to the car in a similar process. If you're interested in helping support the channel, check out the new merchandise and shirt I have. It'll be linked at the top of the description down below. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.